this fight, and I won't let it rule my heart tonight. I can change, I can change, I can still change, I can still change. Tracing an old pattern, drawing the lines from where I am, from where I want to be. Forget that old adage, history continues to keep us from the world we want to see. I am scared that I won't get it right, but fear won't rule my heart tonight. I can change, I can change, I can still change, I can still change. I can change, I can change, I can still change, I can still change. I can change, I can change, I can still change.
Good morning. Welcome to the First Unitarian Church of Hamilton. We welcome you here in the sanctuary and those who've opted to join the service online. Please ensure that your electronic devices are on worship mode unless you require your device to make use of our hearing loop system. My name is Beverly Horton, and I want to thank the service team for today, which includes speakers Reverend Danny Weber and Richard Douglas Chin, our music ministers C.A. Klassen, and you just listened to C.A. in the prelude, Glenn Copeland, Beverly Horton, Rachel Derry, and you, the congregation. So just a note, I was really hoping that Glenn could join us this morning, but after a 5-week European and UK tour, he's taking a much needed rest. So he will be here in electronic form. There are 2 videos. The homily and the offertory are videos of Glenn. Our tech team this morning, Brian Carey and John Elliott. Our ushers are Jean Jacobs and Barb Wallace. As well, I'd like to thank Mac De Silva and Adam Weber for their participation in various service elements this morning. Also, some other folks bounced in this morning that I'm going to loop into the service, and Yelena and who was the other human? And Leah, yes, will both be engaged in the service this morning. Our chalice is a reminder of the light and hope of our faith. We light it each time we gather to remind us of the sacredness of our time together. Please join me in our chalice lighting words. May this flame be our light of friendship and love. Whoever you are, whomever you love, wherever you are on your journey of faith or search for meaning, today you are one of us, and you are welcome in this house of worship. Our mission is to nurture one another, serve the community, and inspire action to heal the world. Yeah, you might want to light the chalice. It is said that in any one service, there are at least 3 things that go wrong. So this is number 1.
We begin by acknowledging that Hamilton is situated upon the traditional territories of the Erie, Neutral, Huron-Wendat, Haudenosaunee, Mississaugas people. Today, Hamilton is home to many Indigenous peoples. As we gather for Trans Awareness Week, it is important to recognize the diversity within Indigenous communities and honor the identities of Two-Spirit people. Many Indigenous communities have specific words in their ancestral language to describe Two-Spirit identities. These are individuals whose gender, sexual orientation, or spiritual identity extend beyond the male-female gender binary. Historically, Two-Spirit people were deeply respected and revered as visionaries, healers, and medicine people within their communities. However, colonization profoundly altered these roles, leading to discrimination, abuse, and systemic oppression that Two-Spirit people continue to face. As Salish Wesley, a Two-Spirit aspiring elder, eloquently states, "I wish for a world where we can have 2 feet to stand on, where we can step out of the margins. May we all work toward a future where all identities are honored and respected."
Today's call to worship comes from an interfaith collective statement of support for trans, non-binary, and intersex people, released this past Wednesday, November 12th. UUA President Reverend Dr. Sophia Betancourt is the lead author of the statement, which comes at a time when trans, intersex, and non-binary people face a worsening climate of hostility. The statement, in part, reads as follows. As heads of diverse religious traditions in the United States, our faiths call on us to proclaim transgender, intersex, and non-binary people deserve respect, love, and equal rights. Our religions vary, yet we share a fundamental belief across our traditions that all people hold infinite value and dignity, and we are morally compelled to care for those living under persecution. As we make justice our aim, we must give voice to those who are silenced. Too many entrusted with positions of power are demonizing transgender people, blaming them for acts of violence, and criminalizing their very right to occupy space in our common life. The fear that many transgender children, their families, and their loved ones experience is unacceptable. Our faiths, our theologies, and our practices of prophetic witness call on us to say with one voice to transgender people among us, "You are holy, you are sacred. We love you, we support you, and we will protect you." Our transgender, intersex, and non-binary beloveds offer a singular gift. They invite us to witness our broken world through the knowledge that when we lead in truth and love, nothing is beyond transformation. The statement's co-signers, along with Reverend Dr. Betancourt, are the leaders of the Friends General Conference, the Universal Fellowship of Metropolitan Community Churches, the Fellowship of Affirming Ministries, Union for Reformed Judaism, Presbyterian Church, USA, Christian Church Disciples of Christ in the United States and Canada, the Episcopal Church, United Church of Christ, and Reconstructing Judaism. The signatories in the statement root their resistance to anti-trans persecution in deep religious conviction.
I'm not accepting that as the second thing. So at this year's General Assembly, during the business meeting, there was someone who made an anti-trans comment. And in response, the now Reverend Jacaren Bell leaned in closer to the camera on her computer, and she said, "For my trans siblings, I love you, I love you, I love you," and she did that maybe 20 times. So in response to that situation, the Reverend Linda Susan Ulrich wrote this chant, and you're welcome to join me after you've heard it a couple times. Lean in, I love you, once again, I love you, now and always, I love you, your life is holy and divine. Lean in, I love you, once again, I love you, now and always, I love you, your life is holy and divine. Lean in, I love you, once again, I love you, now and always, I love you, your life is holy and divine. Lean in, I love you, once again, I love you, now and always, I love you, your life is holy and divine.
Good morning, everyone. I am Reverend Danny Weber, and my pronouns are they, them. And even though today we have family chapel in Fellowship Hall, Beverly and I thought it would be a good idea to share a story. And so this story is called Sylvia and Marcia Start a Revolution, by Joy Ellison and illustrated by Tashika Silver. Ooh. I'm not sure, I'm not pressing any buttons, so I'm not certain what's happening, but if we could go to the beginning. Most of the time, you all don't notice the 3 things that go wrong. Thanks, John. Sylvia and Rivera start a revolution. Sylvia and Marcia start a revolution. There we go. Sylvia Riviera and Marcia P. Johnson weren't just friends. They were as close as sisters. Strolling arm in arm down Christopher Street, they looked magnificent. "Sylvia," Marcia cried, "see that girl over there? She looks hungry. Give her $1. "Marcia," said Sylvia, "that's all our money. How will we eat?" Marcia smiled. "Us? We'll be fine, honey." "It's not right for these kids to be sleeping on the streets," said Sylvia. She remembered what her grandma said when Sylvia wore a dress for the first time. Sylvia had finally felt free, but Grandma frowned. "You're a boy," she said. "Act like it." Sylvia knew she could only act like herself. Sylvia, like Marcia, was a transgender girl. People thought she was a boy, but she knew different. She hated seeing other transgender girls suffer just for being themselves too. "We've got to do something for girls like us," she told Marcia. "That's a man in a dress," a woman shouted and pointed. "Look at me," Marcia said, twirling. "I'm not a man. I'm a woman, and I always have been." Sylvia laughed. Marcia heard a call. "Here comes Alice in the blue dress." Oh no, thought Marcia. That means cops are coming. Police could arrest transgender girls for wearing dresses. She grabbed Sylvia's hand and they ran. Sylvia panted, "You okay?" "Honey, I'm tired of being treated so bad," said Marcia. Sylvia sighed. "Some days girls like us will be able to wear whatever we want. People will call us by the names we choose. They'll respect that we are women. The cops will leave us alone and no one will go hungry." Sylvia and Marcia talked and talked about making life better for themselves and their sisters. Then, on June 28th, 1969, they took action. Sylvia burst into Stonewall Inn. "Happy birthday, Marcia." "Thanks, honey," Marcia said. They grooved on the dance floor until Marcia heard a voice yell, "Here comes Alice in the blue dress." Oh no, she thought. The police. "That's a man in a dress," the police sneered at Marcia. "Show me your ID or I'll arrest you." "Not on my birthday," said Marcia. The police ordered everyone into the streets and began making arrests. "Come on," Marcia yelled. The two friends rushed towards the police van. They pushed past the officers, broke open the van door, dragged out their friends, and set them free. "The revolution!" shouted Sylvia. "It's beautiful." The next day, everyone on Christopher Street was talking about the Stonewall Rebellion. Sylvia and Marcia strode with pride like two lionesses until they heard the call. "Here comes Alice in the blue dress." "Look at those children with no homes running from the cops." Sylvia shook her head. "We still got to do something for them." Marcia frowned. "We're just two friends trying to survive ourselves." "We'll give them what we got," said Sylvia. "Friendship. Let's get a house and open it up for all the young sisters living on the streets." Young transgender girls came from miles around to live with Sylvia and Marcia. Together, they took care of each other. They are together, they laughed together, they cared for one another, they struggled together. They became family. Sylvia and Marcia spent their lives fighting for the survival and rights of transgender people. Through it all, they were best friends. Their memory shines like a star, showing us that with our friends, we can change the world. I'd now like to invite Yelena forward to light 2 candles for our trans ancestors. As someone who experiences life outside of the gender binary, I find it challenging to explain what this means most of the time. Because so many of my experiences happen in the intimacy of my own mind, and capturing them in words feels too uncomfortable and oftentimes inaccurate. And so I bring to you today a mixture of poetry that holds for me some of the ideologies, the ideological concepts and emotional expressions that help me to explain my experiences. First, a poem set to music, one that we have sung together in this room many times. We Are was written by Dr. Issei Barneswell. For each child that is born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. We are the breath of our ancestors. We are the Spirit of God. This phrase is meant to establish hope, and it defines the uniqueness of each one of us. Each and every one of us stands atop a lineage that has had at its core mothers and fathers and teachers and dreamers and shamans and healers and builders and warriors and thinkers and. So in spite of our uniqueness, we come from and share every experience that humankind has ever had. In this way, we are one. The second piece I want to share with you is a spoken word poem entitled Pronoun Antecedent Disagreement. It was written by Cal Calmina. Cal posted a video of themselves reading this poem 2 days ago at the beginning of Trans Awareness Week with the following message in the caption. I wrote this poem 7 years ago as I was beginning to grapple with my identity as a trans and non-binary person. In a political landscape that seeks to eradicate our existence, this piece is about just how alive we are in between and far beyond two categories that seek to constrain and control us, aka the gender binary. It addresses some of the challenges I faced living in the truth of my gender and life, and despite the progress we have made since I first came out, it's heartbreaking how relevant these issues still are. Beyond bathrooms, beyond gender markers, beyond all of this, life's greatest challenge is for us to truly see each other's humanity, loving liberation. I'm now going to do my best to do a spoken word poem. Pronoun antecedent disagreement, said my 9th grade English teacher. Don't refer to your friends as they when your friend is a singular subject. And I echoed pronouns antecedent disagreement, thinking I'm gonna get a perfect score on the English SAT. Thinking, I'll correct your grammar, you can't correct me. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I was wrong when I was 16. Call me they, because I am plurality. For the little boy screaming at the little girl, screaming at the woman, screaming at the man inside of me, they are all fighting to break free from the confines of this unrelated body. Get the F out, I am none of you. That's for the bartender denying me a beer as she asked for my real ID. Said she wasn't stupid, no corona for me, if I show you a girl ID. And in front of my childhood friends, I said, I am a girl, but I have no idea if I'm lying. My words drenched in violent embarrassment no one knew. To that same bar my parents went. Call me they because I am neither man nor woman. I am sibling, I am teacher, I am poet, I am friend, I am lover of many, trying to be lover of myself. Do not need your help to define myself. That's for the janitor in the bathroom that stared me down as I was washing my hands, as if I'm too stupid to understand where I am. I know where I am, somewhere between here and there, somewhere trying to pee and avoid stares. Are you a lady or a man? As I was washing my hands. Leave me the F alone, I know where I am. Call me they, because I stand on the shoulders of warriors in this bloodbath of our right to exist, our right to shred the arbitrary list of pink versus blue, of me versus you, bullshit gender characteristics, what good are they to do? That's for me, my 14-year-old self, begging for help. My 16-year-old self found out I was queer as hell. My 18-year-old self reluctant to take a dress off the shelf. My 20-year-old self stopped shaving, oh well. My 22-year-old self, the walls of these cages fell. Call me they, because it's not just me staring back. You're staring at where our chest should be, like you're judging me, how to treat us based off of whether or not they're there. Look at my face, stare at my eyes, read the story in my eyes. That's for the TSA agent who forgot to look at my eyes, because these eyes are the same as they were when I was 16. But he stared at my license, said it wasn't me. And I thought, you know what? That's actually true. So I ran to California DMV, got myself a real ID with my short hair, and look there at my sex. See that X? Call me they. Thank you. Next. Call me they, because it's me and the city. San Francisco says you don't need to know what's in my pants upon shaking my hand. San Francisco says I am plenty, just as I am. Thank you.
So I'm just going to read a quote, and this is about Trans Day of Remembrance. Trans people, especially Black trans women, continue to, and I would say trans women in general, and then especially Black trans women, continue to bear the brunt of discriminatory policies, political scapegoating, and violence. These forces are interconnected and deadly. Trans people deserve more than remembrance. We deserve the chance to live full, playful, joyful, and self-determined lives. This report about the trans deaths this year is not just a record of loss, it is a call to action. Every name represents a life that mattered. They were artists, dancers, writers, computer scientists, students, parents, friends, our children, and much more. The work to end trans violence begins with honoring the truth that trans people deserve to be seen in our full humanity and live long and safe, authentic lives. I've been reading a book by Hill Malatino called Side Effects. He says these statistics make us, and these statistics meaning death of trans people, make exceedingly clear the fact that when anti-Black racism and misogyny merge with transphobic understandings of non-cis embodiments, the specter of death is brought near. We, all of us here, could live in a world where trans people don't have to fear death as punishment simply for being who they are. And the punishments lie on a continuum, from aggressions like misgendering people, forgetting to use their pronouns, humiliating them, scapegoating, gaslighting, excluding them sometimes within our own families, anti-trans social policies happening in Alberta and Saskatchewan as I'm speaking here, to, well, actual physical death. As empathic allies, we could be angry on behalf of trans people at this continuum of anti-trans aggressions and assault that assail trans bodies as chronic mental distress, physical pain, illness, death. We could say that as trans allies, all of us in this room, we are angry as hell and will stand up and strongly oppose the actions of those invested in the soul death, the social death, the actual death of our trans siblings. Anger can fuel our work to defend trans people from those who would punch down on us. Anger, as Audre Lorde, Gloria Steinem, and other feminists write, is a revolutionary force that moves us to social action. Dolores Huerta, who's the co-founder of the United Farm Workers Union, says, contrary to the idea that anger clouds thinking, Properly understood, anger is an astoundingly clarifying emotion. So I'm kind of advocating for anger today in terms of the work that we do to support trans people. I say get angry. As Audre Lorde observes, I cannot hide my anger to spare you guilt, nor hurt your hurt feelings. For to do so, hiding my anger, insults and trivializes all our efforts. And so I will just leave you with a last thing to think about, that to sadly mark the silencing and death of trans people on Trans Day of Remembrance, which is coming up soon, it's not enough. We could work together to catalyze the revolutionary and angry clarifying force of trans people thriving in the face of cis-patriarchal aggressions and injustices. We can be a revolutionary force together. We can't do it alone. We can be a force together that moves us to real social action and real social change. And so I think each of us could think, what is it that we can do? Each one of us, together.
I'd like to invite you now into a moment of contemplation and meditation. I invite you to relax, close your eyes if it feels safe in your body, and breathe deeply. Following our reading, there will be a few moments of silence, followed by music. During the music, you're welcome to come forward and light a candle of joy or sorrow or gratitude. This morning's meditation is called Humanity's Psalm, written by Cynthia Frado. Creator of life, source of all being, it was from the particles of the universe that you formed me. Iron and carbon and phosphorus mixed with energy, passion, and dreams. I was made in your image, says ancient scripture, made from the colors of the rainbow, shaped with bones, straight and curved, padded with flesh, flabby and lean, nearsighted, farsighted, short-sighted, and long in vision. I was made in your image, says ancient scripture, made strong and tall, short and stout, born with hands tender and fragile, aged with hands gnarled and mature, large nose, small nose, crooked nose. Who knows the mathematical infinitude of your genetic possibilities? I was made in your image, says ancient scripture, made to give love and receive love. Your passion courses through my veins, and when I touch another human being in love, it matters not what gender ignites the flame. It matters only that the flame of life brings its light to the darkened deadness of a world that cannot exist without love's transformative power. I was made in your image, says ancient scripture, but who are you? I need to know. I who have eyes that are brown and blue and green and hazel, I who am intellectually gifted and mentally challenged, I who speak the languages of the world and no language at all, I who know scientific equations and musical sonatas and know only the magic of a daily loaf of bread, and the taunting sounds of racism and the mockery of my sexual orientation and the lack of respect for my aging body, I who am all of these things and more want to know, who are you that I am made in your image? I am, says ancient scripture. I simply am. I am the light of all being. I am the divine spark. I am the source of love. the most transformative power in the universe. All life is in my image. I am in you, and you are in me. I am in your siblings. They too are in me. I am in your pain and suffering, and I am in your compassion and joy. I am light and love and hope and possibility. And so are you. Creator of all life, source of all being, it was from the particles of the universe that you formed me. Iron and carbon and phosphorus mixed with energy, passion, and dreams. Forgive me. Forgive me. I forgot that you are everywhere. I forgot that I am everywhere. Thank you for reminding me of who I am. Amen.
part of building a nurturing community includes sharing our joys and sorrows and our gratitudes. Today we include these. Gail Rappold has submitted a sorrow on behalf of Paul Hawkins. Paul Hawkins sends a sorrow. His mother, Janet Hawkins, passed away suddenly and unexpectedly on October 31st in upstate New York at the age of 85. Paul did manage to get her to her bedside before she passed, but it is a sad time for him. Paul would appreciate texts or cards of condolence. Paul's contact information is up to date in the online directory. And we have two joys. Swap Hamilton is joyous and grateful to announce that the City Hall and the Hamilton sign will both be illuminated in red to honor and commemorate the annual International Day to End Violence Against Sex Workers. And December 7th. You didn't write that, Yelena. So that joy was submitted by Yelena Vermillion. And a joy from Bill Fulton. Mary Elizabeth and I will be celebrating our 59th wedding anniversary on Wednesday, November 19th. I'm 62 and I've hardly managed to enjoy being with myself for that long. So thank you, Mary Elizabeth and Bill, for showing the way. Now, if you would rise as you're willing and able to sing the congregational hymn, How Could Anyone Ever Tell You? It's number 1053 in the Teal hymnal. I'd like to invite Richard, Yelena, Adam, Mac, and Leah to join me. In observation of the upcoming Trans Day of Remembrance, my friends here are going to read the names of trans people whose lives were extinguished by anti-trans violence and suicide.
Tiara Jackson, September 26, 2025, age 37. Scarlett, September 21st, 2025, age 21. Blaze Alexander Bal Mason, September 18th, 2025, age 18. Blake Strum, September 2nd, 2025, aged 25. Robin James Post, August 19th, 2025, aged 48. Kay Holmes, August 18th, 2025, age 31. Onyx Cornish, August 18th, 2025, age 18. Aurora Pellegrina, August 18th, 2025, aged 35. Blair A. Sawyer, August 11th, 2025, age 27. Rosa Machu, August 11th, aged 24. Dream Johnson, July 5th, 2025, aged 28.
R.T. Cassidy Beowulf Gibson, 29th of June, 2025, age 23. Nathaniel Papon Cruz, 29th of June, 2025, age 27. Kamora Woods, 27th of June, 2025, age 27. Kia Leah Tabitha Roberts, 24th of June, 2025, aged 55. Gabriel Noen, 22 June 2025. Lily Dawn Hawkins, 22 June 2025. Christian Hayes, 21st June 2025, age 28. JJ Goodby, 19th of June 2025, age 26. Emma Slavach, 9th June, age 24. Laura Schuler, 7th of June 2025, age 47. Hope Leica Youngblood, 7th of June 2025, age 49.
Jax Grattan, 6th of June 2025, age 34. Tessa June, the 4th of June 2025, age 21. Jonathan Joss, 1st of June 2025, age 59. Charlotte Fosgate, 25th of May 2025, age 17. Carmen Wells, 24th of May, age 2025, age 25. Shiperius Dupree, 17th of May 2025, age 32. Kelsey Ellum, 24th of April, age 25. Nora Horwitz, 7th of April, age 38. Katoria Lacynthia Banks, 31st of March 2025, age 31. Caitlin Renetta Benoit, 24th of March 2025, age 15.
Brute force. Jordan J.J. May, 8th of March 2025, age 17. Linda Bricara Moran, 27th of February 2025, age 30. Amiri Dior, 21st of February 2025, age 23. 16th of February 2025, age 25. Sam Nordquist, 14th of February 2025, age 24. Tahiri Broom, 11th of February 2025, age 29. Aubrey Dameron, 31st of January 2025, age 25. Alyssa Ray Shoup, 27th of January 2025, unknown age. Parker Savarese, 8th of January 2025, age 15. Johnny Adamo, 31st of December 2025, age 29. And Mika Shabazz, 23rd of December 2025, age 46.
Cam Thompson, 16th of December, and they're all 2025, as you know. Arisa Barnes, 15th of December, age 31. Roy Mora, 7th of December, 2024, age 15. Relacia Wright, 1st of December, 2024, age 25. Quenisha Chantel, 10th of November, 2025, age 25. Kyla Jane Walker, 10th of November, age 39. Name unknown, 7th of November, age unknown. Sydney Lee Phillips, 5th of November, age 22. And in Canada, Alice Carrier, 2nd of July, age 24. Kiara Salim, 26th of April. And Blake Wava Kinlan, 22nd of January, age 19. That would be two. Who said that? Yeah, and Amy So, age? 37, 7th of November. They. No, not trans, no. But gender fluid.
Our offering is a reminder of the spirit of generosity that is at the heart of our religious community. When we share our financial resources, we ensure the continued existence of our church. We'll now receive our offering while we listen to The Ones Ahead by Glenn Copeland.
I see the ones ahead, circling on the river, around the teacher, the giver. I see their hearts and all the fear they've shed. They beckon me, come, love can redeem. Life is an art, you have a part that's yours to play. Come, show us your dreams. Life needs your hand to do what you can in your own way. This world is our combined imagination, your life a precious personal creation. What have you learned? What blessings earned, they say. Each of us to others is connected. If one of us is lost, we're all affected. How will you live? What will you give today? They beckon me, come. Love can redeem. Life is an art. You have a part that's yours to play. Come, show us your dreams. Life needs your hand to do what you can in your own way. I'm Catholic. life a precious personal creation. What have you learned? What blessings earned, they say. Each of us to others is connected. If one of us is lost, we're all affected. How will you live? What will you give today? They beckon me, come. Love can redeem. Life is an art. You have a part that's yours to play. Come, show us your dreams. Life needs your hand to do what you can in your own way. I'm casting my life on the river as it tumbles along to the sea. On the river of stars to the giver. It's all of you. It's all of me. Come, love can redeem. Life is an art. You have a part that's yours to play. Come, show us your dreams. Life needs your hand to do what you can in your own way.
Your gifts in support of our ministries to one another and to the community are greatly appreciated. Thank you.
I stand before you with gratitude. Gratitude for this honor. Gratitude for the support of family and friends here today. Gratitude to my brilliant wife, Elizabeth, without whom I believe I may have ended up working in Walmart. An honorary doctorate of laws, not something one gets every day, given not just because of my long and varied musical career, but because of my resolute advocacy on behalf of Black, Indigenous, my grandmother was First Nations, and LGBTQ+ communities. Today, I want to talk about advocacy, mine and yours. I want to tell you what advocacy has looked like in my life, then ask you how you can resolutely build your own brand of advocacy into something meaningful for a world in crisis. In 1947, I told my mom I was a boy. I was 3. My poor mom, she didn't know what to do. Remember, these were the days when to be anything other than heteronormative was considered a form of deviance, an out-and-out crime. At puberty, my differentness began to show itself again. My mother was understandably frightened. I was young and Black in an America where the Ku Klux Klan was still very much alive. And my proud Cherokee grandmother knew to keep her head down. And so I learned that who I really was had to be hidden. But by the time I had crossed the border to attend McGill University in 1961, myself would no longer be denied. My advocacy at McGill showed itself as a dogged commitment to be no one other than myself. Being openly gay on a campus where I was already othered as the only Black person, I paid a price. Apart from my girlfriend, I was essentially friendless. The associate dean tried to have me expelled. I ended up leaving McGill after only 3 years. I picked up a guitar, figured out how to play it, and began to write songs. Songs that drew on a multitude of musical traditions, songs that would allow my essential self a voice. American mystic and poet Thomas Merton said, "Everyone has a vocation to be someone, but must understand that in order to fulfill this vocation, they can only be one person, themselves." How can you use today as a marker to fully allowing the brilliance of your unique self? And why does this matter? We stand at a crossroads. The climate crisis, the aspect of economic collapse, and the frightening rise of the new right. Yes, the old world is fighting to keep its power, but just as sure, a new world is waiting to be born. To midwife this world into being will require the best of all of us as we advocate for justice, for all life in a biosystem that is undeniably one of a kind. What is it you need to meet this challenge of self and advocacy? Over the course of my lifetime, I have survived and thrived despite many obstacles in my way because of one thing, my Soka Gakkai Buddhist community. I go here for guidance, for solace when my heart is breaking, for encouragement when I can't see the way forward. If you take nothing from this talk, hear this. Find a community of people with whom you share a common cause. Find your community. Now, ask yourself, how and where will my particular genius show up? The answer to this question will show up in different ways through the many stages of your life. Keep asking this question. Keep listening for the answer. The title of my new album is The Ones Ahead. I wrote it for your generation and for the ones to follow. The purpose is the same as my purpose here today, to encourage you to find your inner gold, to remind you that in spite of all that is going wrong, a great deal is going right. Lastly, look for your elders. You'll know us by the gladness with which we greet you. I want you to do something with me. Take a deep breath. Put your hand on your heart and repeat after me. My life matters. Who I am is a unique gift to this world. I commit this day to resolutely give voice to this gift. I commit this day to resolutely give voice to this gift. And so it is. I'm going to end with an excerpt from a song I wrote many years ago called Onwards and Upwards. Out of the darkness, out of the deepest night, waiting to greet us, just like the dawn, there is a power each of us keeps inside. Love is a comfort to carry us on, and it's onward and upward. I do believe we'll go onward and upward, my friends. Yes, it's onwards and upwards. From each we'll receive the strength and the courage to face it all over again. Thank you. Blessings.
Before extinguishing our chalice this morning, I'd like to let you know that Compass Community Health, an organization here in Hamilton, is hosting a Trans Day of Remembrance dinner on November the 26th. This dinner is for two-spirit, trans, non-binary, and gender-diverse community members, and attendees are welcome and encouraged to bring friends and family. Please let us know if you'd like more information about that. And I extinguish our chalice with these words from H.P. Rivers. Blessed are the wanderers seeking affirmation. Blessed are the worshipers praying from closets, pulpits, pews, and hardship. Blessed are the lovers of leaving family and familiarity, leaving tables where love is not being served. Blessed are those who stay. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for justice, for they will be satisfied. Blessed are the queer, disciples of truth, living, breathing, sacred reflections of divine love.
So now you get to sing. The postlude today is going to be Morning Has Come. It's number 1000 in the Teal hymn book, and the words should be also on the wall.